I think I'll just say this, but I think Filipino culture is one of the most beautiful cultures in the entire world. And I think Filipino people, to be honest with you, I think they're the most joyful, the most loving, the most patient.
Yeah.
Like they're so patient.
Hi lovies, welcome back to my channel. Once again, my name is Happiness, just in case you are seeing my face for the first time. And here with me is one of my pastors from my church, favorite church. His name is Pastor Willie. Right, and today I'll be asking you questions about the Philippines. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. It's such a privilege for me to be on the show. Yeah, that's right. Is there a name that you call people?
Lovelies.
Hey, lovelies. Hey, lovelies. It's great for you to join us today.
Thank you so much, Pastor. It's such a great honor to have you here. So let's start with you introducing yourself.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your name and where are you from?
So my name is Willem Ma, and I was born in Korea. And I came to the Philippines when I was very young. And then I spent several years in the States. I did my schooling in the States, and then came back around 15 years ago. Actually, almost 20 years ago, back to the Philippines.
Okay, so that means you're from Korea. Let's put it out there. Right, you're from Korea.
I guess I am.
Okay, so why did you move to the Philippines? Or why did your parents, do you have any idea on why your parents brought you to the Philippines?
Yes.
Why?
My parents were missionaries.
Oh.
And so they came in 1980.
Yeah.
And so I came when I was 2 years old. And yeah, because they came, I came.
Okay, of course.
Yeah, I had no choice.
Okay, and then you went to the States.
Yes.
Richmond. Can you remember anything about your experience here when you were younger? Can you remember anything?
Absolutely. I grew up in a very small Bible school.
Okay.
And there was just a big field and lots of buildings and lots of trees. And so I grew up as a Filipino kid.
Wow.
Tagalog was my first language.
Okay.
And kids these days, they play with their video games and they play with their phones.
Yeah.
I had none of that. My definition of fun was to climb trees. And so I would climb fruit trees, and I would have salt in my pocket.
Yeah.
And after I would pick a guava or a mango, I would just stay up in the tree.
Just you alone?
Well, sometimes with my friends, and I would eat the fruit while I was there. And so I just remember my life being really fun. Just super fun, being outside and really being immersed in Filipino culture. I thought it was Filipino.
Okay, that's good. So that means you know how to speak Tagalog?
Yes, I do, but I lost it. I lost much of it when I went to the States. Yeah.
Okay. So you learned how to speak Tagalog, was it because you were in the Filipino community or you learned how to
No one taught me. I was just amongst Filipinos.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you give a sample of some Tagalog words that you know?
Do you speak Tagalog?
Just listen.
Okay, so why don't you say something and I'll do it.
I don't know how to speak.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
First it was funky long, and then I was like,
no,
I don't know how to speak.
No, that's because like the basic ones I know, like Kamusta.
Yes.
Those are really easy. I wanted to have like a lengthy talk.
Okay.
What about I ask you in English and then you say?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What do I ask?
Anything you want. This is your show.
What is your favorite Filipino food?
Ang paboritong pagkain ay adobo.
Everybody likes
Adobo, sinigang, pero mahilig ako sa gata. Which means I like coconut milk. I like food that is cooked in coconut milk.
Oh, so that's like People Express.
Oh yeah, I'm on the express. I love it, and I love it extra spicy. I love. There's this vegetable called sigarilyas. If you cut it, it looks like a star, and it's very crunchy. It's green. And what they do is that they cook that with smoked fish,
Oh.
like the dish you made, they flake the smoked fish with garlic, onion, and then lots of chili. And then they cook that in coconut, and sometimes they'll put some ground oil. It is one of my favorites.
What is the name of the dish?
I don't know. I think it's just called sigaritas with gatang sigaritas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you tell me like the cultural difference between Philippines and Korea? You've been going to Korea, right?
Yeah.
I mean, now you should see some cultural differences now that you're older.
Oh.
Can you share some?
I have this theory, Happy, that Korea may be the opposite of the Philippines.
Wow, what's that?
I generally, because I've been going in and out of Korea as well as living in the Philippines. I think in some ways, for example, time. Koreans they're very strict on time.
Wow.
Very, I was taught that you have to be there 15 minutes early. That's what being on time means. And if you say you're going to end at a certain time, end at a certain time. But we all know in the Philippines, maybe in the city, time is a bit more, it's a bit more structured.
Yeah.
But when you go to the province, it doesn't matter. Like if they say a wedding is going to start at 9:30, it could start at 11 because they haven't finished killing the pigs.
Well, how do you feel about that?
At first, it really offended me.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's like, you've been taught that time is valuable, time is money.
Yeah.
But I think what I've learned is that the Filipino culture is so beautiful because when we feel like we need to take more time on something that is important, we'll just do it. And so if we're talking and we feel like the conversation is going well, right? We'll just keep talking, and we won't look at the time and we won't cut it off. And I think that's beautiful. And so that's actually one of the things that I've been trying to unlearn as I've been here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, okay, there's a structure, but what about the things that are more important?
That's right.
Like relationships, family. Of course, I still love to be on time. I love structure. And I think maybe that's another thing that's different with the Philippines and Korea, is that in Korea things are very structured, right? Very, very structured.
That can be good in that.
And it's good when it comes to government, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to society, right? Like there are lines in Korea that versus here. Sometimes when you're at Mercury Drug, right? There's really no line.
Yeah.
But I think there's both beautiful things about the Korean culture, and there's also things that are not so beautiful.
That's right.
And I think it's the same thing with the Filipino culture.
That's right.
But I think the journey that I've been on is that throughout the years, I have just discovered the beauty of Filipino culture. I think, and I don't know, I think I'll just say this, but I think Filipino culture is one of the most beautiful cultures in the entire world. And I think Filipino people, to be honest with you, I think they're the most joyful, the most loving, the most patient.
Yeah.
Like they're so patient.
That's right.
Right? And so no wonder like Filipino people are the biggest exports, which in some ways is good for the country.
Yeah.
In some ways it breaks my heart. But having said all that, I've come to really learn to love the Philippines and the Filipino culture.
Love it. I know you'll be so happy hearing all of that.
Happiness!